Rational Roundtable. I've been looking for a good reason to make a video response to you for a while now, and I finally found one, Free Will. I saw your video that is apparently a response to Dorpatan, who is a response to Honest Discussioner, all about free will, and to be honest, I didn't watch their videos. I'm looking more to engage you, because you're awesome. You're a theist, and you're awesome. It's rare. So anyways, here's my take on the whole thing, and if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I pretty much always argue from the middle, mostly because that way I get to disagree with both sides. I'm kind of a contrarian like that. And I apologize, normally when I'm doing my videos, I'm doing more snap cuts and short responses because I'm a terrible orator and I ramble. But I've kind of given myself a little bit of an outline, so hopefully I can stay on point. Basically, the question is, do we have free will? And I can say an emphatic, sort of. Let me first explain how I believe I make decisions, and we'll see if you agree or disagree. There are two forces that essentially go into me making a decision. External stimuli, which is obvious, and internal makeup, which I consider my nature, which is a very basic term. I just say who you are, whether it be hardwired or who you come to be, your knowledge and your emotional state. I think all three of those go into making your decisions. Now, curious question I have for you is, let's posit that I am God, and I can take you and put you in a situation 100 different times. Now I can make the external stimuli, because I'm God, exactly the same 100 times, and I put you in the situation with the exact same knowledge, emotional state, so it's the exact you, all 100 times in the exact situation. Would you make the same decision 100 times straight? Now, I think you would. I mean, I think I would too. It's not just you would. And at a knee-jerk reaction, I think that somebody who argues for absolute free will would say, no, I wouldn't make the same decision 100 times, but I think that would make it more... I think that would mean that there's some sort of randomness, and I don't see that as free will. I just see that as as complete and total randomness, and I don't. If there's a certain amount of randomness to our decision-making process, I don't see how that argues for free will. But maybe you're with me on this one. I mean, true free will would mean that your actions were independent of all external stimuli and internal mechanisms anyways. I mean, that would mean that you're truly free, and I don't think either of us want that. So it sounds like I'm arguing for or against free will, pardon me. Now, how do I defend my position that I think we sort of have free will? Well, the wild card in this whole thing is consciousness. And I'll admit, I have no idea what that is exactly, only that I feel that I experience it. It seems to me that it is tied to brain power, and we can see this in the animal kingdom. As the animals get more intelligent, they seem to exhibit more and more self-awareness, all the way up to chimpanzees, our closest relative, which in a way shows some extreme signs of self-awareness. With consciousness, you can assess your reality and your previous decisions, and in a sense you can change either, and I'm not really sure, considering I'm using abstract terms anyways, whether you're really changing your knowledge or whether you're changing your nature. Again, they're abstract terms, it's not really important. But in my opinion, as I said, situationally, instantaneously, your decisions are, yes, they are. I don't think they're under your control, but I think over on the grand scale, our consciousness is what gives us our ability to slightly, the way that I describe it is that we're not really driving this whole thing, but it's more like the luge. as we go down the mountain, it's all carved out for us. So essentially, it's sort of pushing us in a certain direction, but we can lean back and forth and steer it to a certain extent. So that's how I trail into morality. Well, and this is actually exactly how I feel about morality. Whereas, yeah, to a certain extent, people are responsible for their actions because, again, we have consciousness and we are able to assess our reality. But the vast majority of what make up our decisions, at least momentarily, I think is fairly out of our control in the sense, it's where it comes to external stimuli and who we are at that moment. So, again, sorry to always seem to argue from the middle, but this is how I see free will, and I'd love to hear what you think about that. And hope you're well. Bye.